students, so far we have discussed about series RC, RL and RLC circuits. Now we are going to see parallel RL, parallel RC and parallel RLC. So before going to learn parallel circuits, we need to know few things here. Okay, so let us proceed here. So first thing we need to know is admittance. Okay, so what is admittance? In series circuit, okay, series connection of the series combination of elements that oppose current is called Z, that is called impedance, right? So this was impedance in series circuit. Okay, our resistance, inductance and capacitance will oppose our flow of current, that is called impedance. Okay, now in parallel circuits, the reciprocal of this impedance will be called as admittance. That is Y equal, that is Y. Admittance is called Y, that is reciprocal of impedance, that is 1 by Z. Okay, here you can see inverse of impedance is called admittance and measured in mhos here. So Z was measured in ohms, so it is measured in mhos, reverse to your mho. Okay, so here Y is measured in mhos or Siemens. Okay, so admittance is, so what is admittance? Admittance is a measure of how easily a circuit will allow a current to flow. Okay, so this measures the circuit behavior that allows a current to flow. Here Y equal to Z inverse. Inverse of impedance is called admittance, that is 1 by Z here. Okay, so here Y is equal to 1 by Z, where Z equal to R plus J into X. So let us substitute J equal to R plus 1 Jx here. So now I am rationalizing this with R minus Jx, multiplying and dividing with R minus Jx. So that will be R minus Jx by, this will be A plus B into A minus B, that is A square minus B square. And here one important thing, here R minus Jx by R square minus J square into X square. Here J square equal to minus 1. Okay, so I think you can see here J square equal to minus 1. Okay, J is 90, so J square will be 180. 180 is phase shift, out of phase shift, right? That will create minus. Okay, so J square can be replaced with minus 1. This is very crucial, very important. Okay, J will add 90 degrees phase shift in anti-clockwise direction, but J square will has out of phase direction. That is, J square can be replaced with minus 1. Okay, now, okay, so that will be R minus Jx by R square minus of 1 into X square. So if you simplify this, Y will come up like R by R square plus X square plus J into minus X by R square plus X square. Okay, so this is your Y, that is called admittance. Units are Siemens or mhos. Okay, here we are getting two new terms here. They are G and B here. So this term can be replaced with G and this term can be replaced with B, where Y is admittance, we already know this, measured in Siemens, and G is called conductance. Okay, this is called conductance, this is reciprocal of resistance. Okay, that is, this term is called conductance and measured in Siemens, and reciprocal of the B term is called susceptance, which is reciprocal of reactance. Okay, this is also measured in Siemens or mhos. Okay, now the magnitude will be Y magnitude will be G square plus B square under root, that is 1 by R square plus X square, and phase angle for Y will be tan inverse of X by R, tan inverse of B by G, that is nothing but X by R. Okay, so these are the few things you need to know. Okay, so that is conductance, sorry, admittance, that is 1 by Z. Okay, conductance, that is 1 by R, and susceptance, that is 1 by X. So for conductance will be different for inductor and capacitor. BL will be conductance for inductor and BC will be in conductance, susceptance. BL will be susceptance for inductor, BC will be susceptance for capacitor. Okay, so this is about admittance, conductance and susceptance. All three are measured in Siemens or mhos. Okay, now let us proceed for our parallel RC circuit. So first circuit we are going to see in parallel circuits is parallel RC circuit. Okay, here R and C, that is resistor and capacitor, are connected in parallel across a voltage source. Okay, resistor and capacitor are connected across a voltage source, that is not AC voltage source. So this symbol will indicate AC, right? So obviously there will be a current flowing through two elements, resistor and capacitor. So current through resistor is IR and current through capacitor is IC. So for simple calculation, we are going to take capital letters here. So I is capital I is source current, which is sum of IR and IC. Okay, so source current is IR plus IC. All are phasors. Okay, so these are phasors or vectors. Okay, so the net effect due to R and C will be impedance Z. Okay, so that is I bar equal to V bar by Z, where I bar is source current. Okay, now we are going to find current through resistor, that is IR bar equal to V bar by R will give us current through resistor. Similarly, current through capacitor equal to V bar by our capacitive impedance, that is minus J by minus JXC. Okay, so now let us substitute these values in our equation 1. Let us take it as equation 1. Okay, I am going to substitute them in equation 1. So the expression will be V bar by Z equal to V by R plus V by minus JXC. So we can cancel out this V here because it is common. So the term will be 1 by Z plus 1 by R plus J by XC. So I have shifted this negative J in the denominator to numerator, that will become positive J in the numerator. So we know that current in capacitor leads voltage by 90 degrees. Okay, and here we will be taking V as common, V as reference to draw phasor diagram because it is common for all elements in parallel circuit. Okay, so earlier we took current as reference because it was series circuit, the current was same for all elements. Now it is a parallel circuit, so voltage will be same for all elements. Okay, now this expression here, come back here. So 1 by Z can be replaced with Y, 1 by R can be replaced with G, and 1 by XC can be replaced with susceptance BC. Here BC stands for capacitive susceptance. Okay, Z is impedance, G is conductance, BC is capacitive susceptance, and Y is admittance. Okay, so these are in Siemens. Now let us see the phasor diagram. So we know that capacitive current will lead the voltage by 90 degrees. So let us take voltage as reference. So the green color line phasor indicates voltage, supply voltage. IR will be in phase with voltage, so IR will be in phase now. And here IC is leading the voltage by 90 degrees. So sum of these two phasors will be our supply current I bar. Okay, so I bar equal to I bar plus C bar, IC bar. I bar equal to IR bar plus IC bar. Magnitude will be under root IR square plus IC square. So if theta is the angle here, so the impedance angle will be theta equal to tan inverse of IC by IR, and power factor angle, that is cos theta equal to IR by I, which is leading here. So whenever a capacitor is present, the power factor will be leading. Okay, now let us see the admittance diagram. Earlier we were obtaining impedance diagram, impedance triangle. Now we are going to see admittance because it is a parallel circuit. Okay, so Y bar equal to G plus Y bar equal to G plus JBC bar. Magnitude will be this one. Now G bar will be the phasor, and here V bar is having a phase shift of 90 degrees because it is having a J term, J operator. So sum of these two phasors will give us Y bar, that is admittance. Okay, if theta is the angle, tan inverse of capacitive susceptance BC by conductance G will give us impedance angle. Similarly, power factor equal to G by Y, that is conductance by admittance, which is leading. Okay. Okay. Now let us see the power triangle. Here, power will be S equal to P plus JQ. Okay. So here P will be the base and Q will be leading the volt P by 90 degrees, and S is the sum of these two vectors. So S bar equal to P square plus Q square. Okay, theta equal to tan inverse of Q by P, and cos theta power factor is P by S. So this is common for all the circuits. Okay, this is impedance angle, right? Okay. So for RC circuit, the power is P equal to, the apparent power S equal to P bar plus J B bar, B C bar. Okay, earlier for series RC circuit it was S bar equal to P bar minus J B bar, but now it is P bar plus J Q bar, right? It is QC now. Okay, due to capacitive reactance. Okay, earlier it was S bar equal to P bar minus J Q bar for series RC, but for parallel RC it is S bar equal to P bar plus J Q bar. Okay, so see the difference. Now let us see parallel RL circuit. Okay, here resistor and inductor are connected across a voltage source V here. Okay, so there will be a current I and IR through the current. IR is the current through resistor and IL is the current through inductor. Okay, so source current can be represented with V by Z, where Z is the net overall impedance offered by the RL circuit. Okay, so VR is the voltage across resistor, that is nothing but source voltage. So voltage is common and taken as a reference for phasor diagram. Okay, this reference. Now we are going to find the current through resistor, that is V by R, and current through inductor is V by JXL. Okay, so let us substitute them in supply current, that is source current is I bar equal to sum of these two currents. If you apply KCL here, you can find incoming current equal to outgoing current. Incoming current is I, outgoing currents are IR and IL. Okay, so let us substitute the values of IR and IL. So that will be V by Z equal to V by R plus V by JXL. So you can cancel out V's here. So the expression will become 1 by Z equal to 1 by R plus 1 by JXL. Okay, so I am shifting this J to the numerator, that will be minus J. Okay, so here 1 by J can be replaced with admittance, 1 by R can be replaced with conductance, 1 by XL can be replaced with inductive susceptance, that is BL. Okay, so here BL is inductive susceptance and G is conductance. So this conductance is mainly due to resistor only. Okay, now let us see the phasor diagram for currents here. So here we are having two currents, IR and IL. Okay, so IR will be in phase with voltage. So I am taking V as common. So IR will be in phase and IL will be lagging the current, lagging the voltage by 90 degrees. We already know this. Okay, the inductor current IL lags voltage by 90 degrees. Okay, so the sum of these two currents will be our supply current, that is I equal to IR plus IL bar. The magnitude will be under root IR square plus IL square. Impedance angle is angle between voltage and net current, that is theta equal to tan inverse of IL by IR. The power factor angle is cos theta equal to IR by I, which is lagging because of inductor. So whenever there is an inductor in the circuit, the power factor will be lagging. Okay, now let us see the admittance triangle here. So admittance triangle will be like this. Okay, here the expression for admittance is G minus J into BL, where BL is inductive susceptance. So that BL is lagging the G by 90 degrees. So this is 90 degrees. So sum of these two phasors will be our admittance. Magnitude will be G square plus B square. Impedance angle will be tan inverse of BL by G. Okay, where this will be minus, so because it is having negative term here. Power factor will be cos theta will be G by X. Okay, so this is not minus here because it is represented here. The negative is represented as lagging. Okay, so there will be no minus here. That will be B beta by BL by G, and which is power factor is lagging here. Now let us see the power triangle here. Okay, the power triangle here is S bar equal to P bar minus JQ bar. Okay, so for RC it was P bar plus JQ bar. For RL it is S bar equal to P bar minus JQ bar. Okay, the magnitude will be P square plus Q square. Impedance angle is theta equal to tan inverse of Q by P, and power factor angle is cos theta equal to real power by apparent power, which is lagging here. So this is parallel RL circuit. Okay, now let us see the final circuit in the parallel circuit, that is parallel RLC. So here R, L and C are connected in parallel across a voltage source, which is AC here. So the each element will draw a current, resistor will draw IR, inductor will draw IL and capacitor will draw IC. So this the net effect due to RLC will be impedance Z. Okay, and source current is I, which can be given as V by Z. Okay, current through resistor is V by R, current through inductor is V by JXL, current through capacitor is V by minus JXC. Okay, let us substitute these values in equation 1. Okay, that is net current, that is total current, I equal to IR bar plus IL bar plus IC bar. Okay, so after substituting this, you are going to get the admittance Y equal to G minus J into inductive susceptance BL plus J into capacitive susceptance BC. So you are going to get both here, inductive and capacitive. The units are Siemens. Now let us see the current phasor. So we will be having three cases here. When IL greater than IC, the first case is IL greater than IC. So that happens when XC is less than XL, because I and X are inversely proportional. So if X is less, I will be high. Okay, so that's why I have given this. Okay, so IL will be more when, sorry, here XL should be less than XC. Okay, IL will be greater than IC when XL is less than XC. Okay, now let us see the phasor diagram for currents. So voltage will be taken as a reference because it is a parallel network, and first phasor we are going to draw is current through resistor. IR will be in phase with voltage, and next IC will lead the voltage by 90 degrees, we know this, and IL will lag the current voltage by 90 degrees. Okay, capacitor current lead the voltage by 90 degrees, inductor current lag the voltage by 90 degrees. Now what we are going to do is we are going to add these two vectors because IL is greater compared to IC. So we are subtracting IC from IL. So this will be the net current now, IL minus IC. So sum of IR plus IL minus IC will give us total current, that is IR plus IL bar minus IC bar. The magnitude will be IR square plus IL minus IC whole square. Theta will be angle between IL minus IC by IR, and power factor angle is IR by I here, because here inductive current is more and capacitive reactance is more. Okay, so this will be lagging. Okay, the power factor is lagging because inductive current is more. Okay, now let us see the second case when IC is more compared to IL. Okay, so this is the second case when capacitor current is more compared to inductive current. So this happens when XC is less compared to XL. Okay, so here the currents will be same, the up to IR it is same, but here IL will be subtracted from IC and net current will be IC minus IL, and total current will be I bar equal to IR bar plus IC minus IL. Okay, so that will be net current will be IR square plus IC minus IL whole square, and impedance angle is theta equal to tan inverse of IC minus IL by IR. Power factor is IR by I here, and which is leading because capacitor current is more compared to inductive current. Okay, whenever capacitor is dominating, the power factor will be leading. Okay, now let us see the final case when XC is equal to XL. So this is a special phenomenon actually. This happens in the circuit when there is a resonance. Here we are getting one new term that we are going to discuss in next class. Okay, that is called resonance. Okay, whenever the circuit is at resonance, the capacitive reactance and inductive reactance will be equal, and the currents through the each element will be equal, and the net effect of net impedance of the circuit will become pure resistive. Okay, so the circuit will become pure resistive circuit at resonance. Even you have inductor and capacitor at resonance condition, the network behavior will be pure resistive network, and power factor will be, what is the power factor for resistor? That is 1 UPF. So this is special phenomena that is called resonance that we are going to see in next class. Okay, so at this condition up to IR the phasor is same. Now IC value and IL value are equal and they are opposite, so they will cancel out. The total current will be due to only resistor current because the circuit will behave as resistive circuit. This happens at resonance. Okay, and power factor angle will be 0 and power factor will be 1. Okay, now this is about parallel RLC circuits, 3 cases. Now let us see the admittance triangle and power triangle. Okay, now let us see admittance triangle. Y equal to G plus JB bar. Here B can be difference of BL and BC. Okay, so Y can be G minus JB for inductive circuits and y can be G plus JBC for capacitive circuits. Okay, so this is valid for both the circuits. Okay, so this is in admittance diagram. So you know how to find magnitude and phase angle and power factor. Similarly, the power triangle here. So power triangle will be having apparent power and real power and reactive power. Okay, so the S will be equal to P bar plus JQ bar. This plus or minus indicates for RC circuit, RC RLC, that means when X IC is greater than IL. Okay, so that will be S bar equal to P bar plus JQ bar, and when IL is greater compared to IC. Okay, so that will be S bar equal to P bar minus JQ bar. Okay, so if capacitor is dominating, this is the apparent power expression for parallel RLC circuit, and if inductor is dominating, this is the expression for apparent power in parallel RLC circuit. So for series it will be opposite. Okay, so remember that. So you know how to find magnitude, impedance angle and power factor. Okay, so this is about steady state analysis of series and parallel RLC circuits. So in the next class we will be doing some problems on this. Okay, thank you.